And I'll be honest with you.
Open your minds. This is X from the Prophet of Thought series. You know, to the front, the stereo.
So yesterday, me and my brother was talking, and we were talking because like I said, he was asking me about what's going on in Charlotte because you know I live out there, and I was telling him, and I said, because we were talking about how things are going to change, and I told him, I said, the only way that things are going to change is that, number one, the people who are in power, who have control over the police or can exercise some control over police, whoever that is, that person that's in charge, he has to be a person that has some degree of some type of, whether it be legal justice or social justice. He has to be that kind of person that has that kind of mind state, because he is going to be the person that's going to be able to hold his officers or whatever officers under his charge are going to be accountable. He'll be able to hold them accountable. That's the only way you're going to see a difference, okay, in the police. You're gonna have to see police that have, number one, more de-escalation ability. You're gonna have
training.
Yes,
you're gonna have to be
you're gonna have to see police officers who know how to de-escalate situations. Police officers have to be more trained in, say, hand-to-hand combat or hand-to-hand defense. Okay, and their gun something has to be put in place for a cop's gun to be their last resort. Because see, I'd rather now don't get me wrong, they've killed a couple people with pepper spray too, over pepper spraying, over tasing. They over tase sometimes.
Did you see that white dude they tased?
They have a tendency to over tase and over pepper spray. But I don't really have a problem with the pepper spray. The pepper spray, because I'd rather them spraying with pepper spray than shoot him in the head. Okay, he has a better chance of living. If he's acting crazy, come at you with a knife or something like, you gotta defend yourself. You can't just let him run in with a knife and stab you. I ain't mad at you if you pepper spray him, if he come in crazy with the hatchet. You gotta hit him with it. You got to hit him. You have to hit him with it. So that I don't have a problem with. But I think they have a tendency, the first thing they do is go for their gun. They go for their gun because it's a high stress damn situation. I'll give them that benefit of the doubt. Okay. But see, I think a lot of times we have a lot of cops that are kind of overtrained. They're overtrained in certain things and undertrained in others. And I think they are overtrained in situations to where they have to pull their gun. I think they overtrained in that. I think they should be a little more trained in de-escalation. Okay, because that's what that would be if I like the girl they killed. I mean, she was a little girl. She was a little woman.
That's crazy.
Okay, and it's like 5 or 6 of y'all out there.
Grown big ass man.
And you said she had a knife? Are you kidding
and
me?
only y'all strapped.
I would have been able to subdue her by myself.
Right.
She's 5'1". She weighs like 100 pounds. My arm weighs that. My arm weighs 100 pounds. Okay, my arm. So it's like, you couldn't, cause like I said, when she went with that knife, I'd be like, look, girl, think about this very carefully. Because see, when you run in with that damn knife, girl, I'm going to give you a mouth, nose full of this pepper spray. Yes, so think about it real clearly, because I'm going to give you a mouth full of this shit. It's going in your eyes, it's going in everywhere. I'm going to gas you good.
That's right.
So this is this is how it would be escalated. I would be like, look, I'm going to give you a mouth full of this shit. You're going to be hurt, girl, because see, what's going to happen is you're going to jail today.
That's right.
It's like, I said, we already know that we're going to jail. Let's not play. We going to jail. Now the question is, do we go to jail nice and easy and calm like two human beings? Or are we going to jail after a long scuffle and me drowning you in pepper spray? Because it's going to be those two.
That's right. And I'm ready to do either one.
And I mean, you know what I mean? I would talk. Let me tell you something. If I had a girl if I was a police officer, a woman, I could talk her right down.
Right. Yeah.
I could talk her right down. She got a knife, she got a stick, she got whatever. I'll talk her down, man. I wouldn't have to shoot her, man. I did a show one night with you was on there. I did a show with Gina Best, India Kagan's mother, and Gerald Sanders from changesus.org. Okay? And that show was called Sisters Slain by Killer Cops. And all of these women, man, were gunned down by freaking police. I mean, the only one that wasn't gunned down was the one in New York. I can't remember her name because I had so many that night that I talked about.
They said she died in
No. Who you talk? I know who you talk about. No, not her. This lady, they raided her house looking for drugs on some old false information. Okay. Meanwhile, she actually was a city employee. She went to the hospital. She had a heart attack and died. It's not that she got shot or killed.
They didn't get a chance
because they let her go, but she went to the hospital and she had a heart attack and she died. From the experience, I guess.
Yep.
From the experience.
She probably couldn't even go home damn house.
So, I mean, so many girls they have killed, man.
Yep.
And I don't believe that it was necessary to kill these women.
It's like it's a woman. Did you see that video?
You gotta be kidding me.
I think it was in New York City. And this white girl was going off and the cop was like, blasey, like talking to her. Yo, she was this close, son. Like, wow. And he was just standing, like he was tight. But he was just standing there and she was going off like this no way. Even if you saw us with nothing in our hand and we just walking towards you, let alone yelling and screaming, y'all taking us out way prior to us even getting contact like this. Like that's not even happening. Like it's gonna be like that. You know what I mean?
See, they say that cops don't like to be, cursed at, disrespected, or whatever.
Okay.
Which none of that stuff is illegal, by the way.
But don't it say courtesy? What does it say on the side of the cop cars?
Protect and serve.
Yeah, and courtesy, something and something.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense. And the thing with the police is this. Police are public servants, right? They're supposed to serve the public, right? Now, they are supposed to be impartial. I mean, I say this all the time. Personnel is policy, okay? You can teach somebody all you want how to be personable, how to be socially conscious of others that are different than you. You can teach them all that crap. But if they're bigoted and they have prejudice in their mind and they already have predetermined notions about other kind of people, let me tell you something. When they get out on the street, it's going to show. One way or another. It's going to show. They're either always going to seem to have problems with these particular people, or it's always going to be confrontations with these people because they already have determined. They have a determined view of these people already. So when they come into the academy and they go out of the academy, all the training and all the nonsense, all it may possibly do is suppress it a little.
Yes, true.
Suppress it a little bit. And they get into a situation and freaking something takes over. It's a combination of what their ideology is and whatever they've been trained. It's a combination of that. Okay, it's a combination of that, and it ends up with somebody shot, dead, hurt, beat, and these are things that are not supposed to happen. Because see, one thing the police are supposed to be is professional.
Facts first.
They are supposed to be professional, okay? They are supposed to deal with people that are angry. Okay? They are supposed to deal with people who are high-strung because they're law enforcement.
That's what they're...
There's always going to be high-strung people and crazy people. And they're supposed to be able to assess threats better.
Facts. So they
have to be able to assess threats better. Exactly. I mean, you have to be able to tell. Nobody's perfect, but I mean, you have to be able, because me, I mean, if I'm in a confrontation with somebody,
Right.
I know I kind of can assess the threat level.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, I'm not going to shoot somebody dead, okay?
Right. If you know you can't understand.
Yeah, I'm not going to shoot somebody dead and I haven't even determined if they have a gun.
Right or
I
not.
haven't
Yeah, like,
determined if they have a
right.
knife. I haven't determined if they are even trying to do anything to me at all.
Right.
My first reaction is they go to reach for their cigarette lighter and damn it, I shoot them in the
Then
damn
what?
head.
Then what? Yeah.
How is that assessing a threat? And then it always falls back because, you know, because they're the cops that get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
It always falls back with, well, I thought they had. I thought they did. I saw them reach, so I thought they were going. I saw his hand move, so I thought he was going to assault me. I seen him running. He looked aggressive, so I thought he was going to do something. Okay? In other words, in my mind, not that it really happened. In my mind it happened. It didn't really happen. But see, in my mind, that's what was going on.
So that means that
In my mind, he had a gun. In my mind, he was dangerous.
The way he was dressed. How was he dressed? He had a shirt and pants on, really.
In my mind, he was this terrible person that was going to do me harm. In my mind. And the in my mind excuse has always worked for the police. It's always worked. Even in the most egregious of cases where it's clearly just whatever they're saying is a total blackface lie. But if the color of that person on the ground is black or brown, they more than likely will freaking get away with it. With the I thought, AKA, in my mind, this was happening.
That's right, but they can use that.
You know, they get away by using these imaginary damn scenarios.
Even if they don't do that, they're gonna coach them and tell them, look, this is how you gonna get off.
And when you explain it to them, they actually explain it like it's some damn anime. Did you listen to the guy who shot Michael Brown? No. The guy, Darren Wilson. He sat on an interview and he literally sat in a chair and he said, oh, this guy was huge. He came at me. He was like Hulk Hogan. You know, he was like, he looked like a demon. And I mean, he was actually that I could describe some anime cartoon that same way. Like, oh, he was like a Hulk, you know, he was like Hulk Hogan, and he was incredibly strong, and he looked like a demon, the look he had on his face. All this imaginary shit. And they get off by using the, like I say, in my mind. In my mind. In other words, imaginary.
So because I thought it was imaginary.
Make believe. This make believe story of the Incredible Hulk who looked like a demon. Yeah, he looked like a demon and he was incredibly strong. He was the Hulk. He could have flipped my car over.
Look. And if you're saying that, how can they think
crazy.
That you're saying enough?
Imaginary.
It's not enough in your mind to perform that type of job. That's the shit that you're doing and seeing and thinking you don't know. Working.
Yeah, imaginary scenarios. They are literally imaginary. I mean, come on. It's to the point that reality can be pushed to the side, and we see that a lot today. I mean, I think the digital world has played a big part in that, but I also think it's the collective intelligence of us as a people on whole. Okay, but the digital world has made it so that reality is usually the second option. Okay, reality is the second option. The easy way out is to play make believe. Live in this pretend. Let's live in this pretend imaginary world. because you know that world is more fun.
They've been working in
Yeah, it's more fun. It's you know, we're powerful in that world.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
we have magic powers.
Yeah.
You know, we can fly.
Yeah,
We can
boy.
create stuff. We can, you
No,
know,
baby, he been out, but you was
You know?
listening, so I told you, but you was like,
you know, we can do
Hey.
magical stuff. You know, in the imaginary make-believe world.
Right.
You know, so I think the imaginary world has become the first thing.
Right.
Because see, if I can literally say, that's like you sitting there right now,
Yeah.
right? And just because you sitting there, and if you move your hand a certain way,
Yeah.
and I turn around and I shoot you,
Oh, I thought.
I thought she was reaching for a gun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I thought I saw a gun.
Yeah.
It did already happen.
that really didn't happen,
Yeah.
but in my mind, that's what was happening.
That meant that it was
Yeah, isn't that make believe?
Yeah,
Isn't that
that
the
is.
same as
That
being make believe?
and that's like your mental. You should not be.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. The make-believe scenarios, man, are just ridiculous. They're totally ridiculous. And as long as we let them live on, as long as they use those fantasy island excuses for killing people, they're going to continue to get away with it. Because see, it's all about that. I'm telling you, reality is always the second option. I say that again. It's the second option. The land of make-believe is always first. It's easier to cope with. The reality is harsher.
Yeah. It's
So
real.
yes. So if they give you think any cop is gonna get up there at any time, okay, after he done shot somebody, you know, unjustly with no good reason, you think he's gonna get up there and say, well, I have to be honest with y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
He came running, you know, and I was a little skittish, you know, and I really don't trust young black guys all that much. You know, I don't trust them that much. So I had my gun out anyway. Okay, he started running.
Auntie Candy's in the back.
You know, I just went blank. Okay, I went blank for that moment, and the next thing you know, I was pulling the trigger, and he's dead in the street. We're never going to hear cops say that. Laquan McDonald was shot 16 times.
Yeah, that's like fucking
You think that cop is ever going to get on a stand or in front of anybody and say, well, I shot him 16 times because once I started shooting, I just couldn't stop.
Yeah, it's like instead of
I could not stop. And I just emptied my clip in.
Yeah, literally, son.
I mean, I just didn't see him as human anymore. I mean, there's no way you can shoot somebody that many times and see them as human.
That's some hatred. I wouldn't even shoot I wouldn't even shoot an animal or something that's not human that exists on this planet in flesh that many times.
Do we really believe that he saw his life as a human life after shooting that boy 16 times, and about 14 of those shots was after he was already on the ground, laying prone? Oh, he saw him as a human? He didn't see him as a human. You think we ever going to hear that officer get up there and say that? Of course not. Of course not. It's going to be a make-believe fairy tale story like we always hear. Oh my God, he had the knife. He looked like he was going to lunge. And you know, he was cursing. He was saying he was going to kill me and all this kind of nonsense. Told you some fantasy island make-believe, Mr. Rourke and tattoo nonsense. That's what we're going to hear. Like we always do. That same damn science fiction damn description of what happened. We're never going to hear what really happened. We're never going to hear it, especially not from the police. Never. No matter how egregious. Just like the guy who shot damn Walter Scott in the damn back. You think he's going to get up on a stand and say, hey, I just pulled out my gun and I just shot him. I just started shooting and I couldn't stop. And after once I shot him, I realized what I did. I was like, man, I have to do something about this. So I grabbed my taser, I put it over there by him, and I thought to myself, hey, I'm gonna tell the chief that he tried to take the taser. And oh, man, you think he gonna say that? I figured I'd come back to the station, you know, do some hocus pocus with the report, you know, and file this old hocus pocus, you know, false report,
Yeah.
and maybe I could slide through,
Yeah.
you know, because, you know,
And
they,
even if I can't, they'll be investigating.
yeah, you know, they not gonna do nothing. You know, he's just some freaking black guy, you know. And
Open your
you think he's gonna say that? No, you're gonna hear a magical story about how he said he was gonna kill him, and you know, he hit him with his elbow, or he said, "I hate the police."
As always, Prophet of Thought series. Open your mind.
Police encounters haven't changed. Technology has changed. And as we know now, we can all film it or capture it or see it and have it, you know, online, uploaded on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and all of these different things, you know. And so nothing has changed.
Open your mind.